much, for coming and spending this Saturday morning with us. Um, my name is Rashmi Chanduraj. I'm one of the co-founders of Sira along with Deepa. I'm sure many of you here know her. Really, we're very excited. This is actually our third event. In partnership with Coach Crafts and Mansi, this is truly come together. And, obviously in this lovely location, we're really excited that, each one of you are here. I just want to take a few minutes and, talk about Sira and really why we got started. Sira is really like a community of women. And so welcome to our inner circle. He obviously was, there from the beginning, behind the scenes, supporting. 100%, 100%. And mine is back in the US, but 100%. And really, I mean, the core of what Sira is really we wanted to bring women together and really empower women to on almost like I think our foundation is like four different pillars that we believe. One is really financial sort of independence and literacy, and the other is mindset and self-care, which we often forget as women, and the other is community. And I think each one of these pillars I feel like are important as we sort of go through our cycle, whether it's as a young adult, and through our stages, right, of parenting, families, making decisions, and so on. So that's sort of the foundation of Sira and the background of Sira. And thank you for being a part of it and being here today. With that being said, today's topic is something that has fascinated me. I want to say maybe part skeptic, but and I don't know how many of you have actually embraced this, but I'm curious, excited, and everything, and wanting to learn more about the topic, how it influences our sort of well-being, and our the structure, the home, and just everything about what Vastu is. So we have Srimati Sudha Pai here, and I'm so excited. I'm going to hand it off to Deepa, who's going to talk a little bit more about just everything that like she brings and her experience. Yeah. And the one other thing that I do want to say is, where's Nancy? Oh my God, she's made this all possible.
Thank you for being Rashmi support. And yes, I have a beautiful place. At least I think it's beautiful. We started a few months back, so I'm actually really excited that Sudha ji is here. She's already done a recce of the store, and I think she's going to talk a little about it. And please feel free to ask as many questions. I'm so inspired by her. I think she's an incredible storehouse of knowledge and willing to share her knowledge. She doesn't gatekeep anything. So I'm sure we're in for a really fabulous session. Thank you, Sudha.
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you.
I totally second that, Nancy. I'm so excited and happy that all of you have come. Welcome, all of you. I'm excited to introduce Srimati Sudha Pai, an international Vedic Vastu consultant with over 17 years of experience. And she's trained under the guidance of Dr. N.H. Sahasrabuddhe.
Right.
Yeah. Who's a very respected scholar, IISc alumnus. He's also founded Sahasrabuddhe Mahavastu.
Sahasra Mahavastu.
Sahasra Mahavastu, and also has authored over 25 books in Mahavastu,
Vedic Vastu.
Yeah. So Sudha, he's bestowed a title for Sudhaji as Vastu Saraswati. Yeah. Owing to her in-depth knowledge in the subject and also her commitment towards this tradition. Sudhaji is not only consulted properties within the country but also all over the world: Argentina, Canada, UK, US,
Yeah.
Fiji Islands,
Yes.
New Zealand,
South America.
Nepal, yeah, South America, a lot of places, right? And the good, she's known for bringing this ancient wisdom and making it relevant, practical, and easy to apply. And most of her remedies don't include structural changes. So that's a big thing, right? Yeah. Also, she's known for very accurate Vedic analysis and her holistic approach. The remedies come not just from astrology, yoga, and Vastu, but also other historic traditions. Sudhaji is consulted for over 2,000 properties. 5,000 Oh my God, really? I thought it was 2,000. Okay.
Just a 3 missing. That's
Okay. Over 5,000 properties, including
2000 is
residences.
astrological consultations. That number, wherever you got it,
Right, right.
it's astrological
Okay.
consultations.
So she's given remedies for over 5,000 properties, which includes residences, commercial spaces, schools, townships, and even temples. Yeah, please join me in welcoming Srimati Sudha Pai.
Thank you.
I'm very honored to have you here, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored to be here with such happy faces. Nice to see such smiling faces early in the morning. Makes your day. So we are here to learn a little bit about Vastu Shastra. These days, on the webs, in fact, social media, it rules. This is the time of Rahu. If you know a little bit of astrology, Rahu rules the whole world. There is confusion and chaos and pollution. Okay, so in that, what kind of information you get? You're already biased, or maybe some of you may be conditioned about Vastu also. I am here to remove certain myths that you may already have, and show you what is really the beautiful science part of the Vastu. Because earlier I was a victim of Vastu, I should say. I lived in a nice house which was very close to the main road. In fact, just behind the shopper stop in Bangalore. It was in a prime locality, and I got to sell it because one Vastu client said it's very bad. So from victim to an expert, that is my journey here in this 17 years. So a lot of wrong things are doing the circles. So I want to eliminate. Throw some light on those things. So what is Vastu? Vastu Shastra is a science basically, which includes, like how our host said, it includes lot of other Vedic sciences in it. If you want to learn about Vastu only as a science by reading only Vastu books, you will be misled, because it doesn't explain lot of things. Lot of people, you may have also experienced that they come and say, do this, do that. Maybe this door is in the wrong zone. It is not, in the auspicious place. They should also be able to tell you why. Why is it not auspicious? Only then the knowledge is complete. But what is happening now is, it's very incomplete. A lot of people, I have seen the inside out now because I've been in this for 17 years now. So they take some books without a guru. If you understand this science, you will end up becoming a mess yourself, because basically Vastu Shastra is from the Vedic period, and it is in encoded format. How you understand and interpret the rules depends on your expertise in Sanskrit also. So in for example, if you just say her in Sanskrit, it in her and ra, especially just saying ra, it can have many meanings. Ra means fire, Rashmi is here, so fire or the light. So that is how you have to really, there are many other complications of learning Sanskrit also. So without a guru, if you learn anything, it's very difficult to really understand. That is how we have so many quacks also, I should say, in our field. Normal. So let us try and understand what is Vastu today. And it is a Vedic science I would like to say it's not, I know it's not an arts or anything, it is science. Because what is science is that the results are predictable, and they are systematically studied and put together. That is what is a science. So in Vastu Shastra, what do we cover is that it's all about architectural science. It is an architectural science. So when people say, put this thing here on the wall in this direction and you will prosper, please don't believe, because it is nothing, it has got nothing to do with architecture, isn't it? So it is a building science. How to build, what are the materials to be used, where should a particular element come, and where should be the position of the door, and how are you using the element of earth. Basically earth, we live on earth. Earth is the most important element in among all the other five, total five elements. So how is earth element used, how, like in terms of loading, which part of the house is loaded, all these, they are given to you in the form of rules. Okay, so compared to the modern architecture, now I would like you to understand the difference between modern architecture and Vedic architecture, which is Vastu. Vedic architecture, Vastu has stood the test of time. It is there for more than 5,000 plus years, whereas your modern architectural methods are 2 to 300 years. Okay, so in modern architecture, what is the focus? The focus is on, elegance and maximization of space and utility. Basically, space consumption is maximized. So whereas here in Vedic architecture, all of those things are also given to you, along with, in the body, we people are troubled by three types of problems in life. So, can you, think of something and tell any problem that people generally makes them unhappy? Health. Yeah. Family. Family, did somebody say that? Yeah, family, definitely relationships, and then finance and work related problem. All these problems, think of all the problems, list them out, and they can be put into three categories. Some are related to the body, the health part of it. Some are at the mind level, and the others are at the spirit level, your soul level, something that really troubles your soul. So these are the three categories, nothing else, only these categories. Can any modern architect give you a house with a design saying, promising you that you will not have all these three types of problems if you live in a house that I design? Can he promise? Definitely not, isn't it? He gives you physical comfort, convenience, and all that. And you will also, maybe, if you have one of a kind of a house, you will really feel proud about your house that you have created. But in Vedic Vastu Shastra, it takes care of your problems also at the body level, at the mind level, and at the spirit level. That is the difference. Nobody knows, not many people know about it. So for that, to understand that part of Vastu, we need to have a little understanding of what we are all made up of, isn't it? If we don't know the basics, it's very difficult to understand something that is advanced. So we are all this tangible world, the wood, the chair, myself, you, everything is made up of five elements. What are these five elements is, you must be aware already. Space is there, wind is there, fire, water, and what is the fifth one? That I miss, earth element, most important. So if you see that from the space element to the earth element, we have moved in terms of grossness. Like, space is your most subtle and earth is the most gross, right? So when these five elements, what people who are exploring about Vastu do not know is that in a closed area, in a closed space, all these five elements are direction specific. The way they spread and align themselves, they are very particular to directions. This many people may not know. They know that there is fire element, all that, but they don't know that the moment you enclose a space, set, what is a construction of a house? It is nothing but You have taken a part of the space, enclosed it with 4 walls. Internally, you may have designed it differently, that kitchen is here, different parts are there. But when you enclose anything where the energy moves, do you believe energy moves in your body? Yeah, it is there. Prana moves in your body. So anything where energy moves, it is given in the Yoga Shastra that it has a tendency for entropy, death and decay. That is there. It is written. Something that has started as anyway has to end. So death and decay are a part of it. So these 5 elements if let us learn about it. When these directions different, you are here and around you there are so many directions. Let's come to the directions part. And right now I checked this particular properties direction. This is the western direction, so this is the eastern direction. Like that, cardinal directions are 4. So each of these directions are connected to a particular element. So we are saying, okay, there is this closed space which has its own frequency. Do you know everything has its own frequency? Everything. We may not think that the space has a frequency. That is the problem. We know it's very easy to tune a guitar or a stringed instrument like a veena when you want to start your concert. Why should we even tune a musical instrument in an orchestra? What happens if you don't bring them together to have the common frequency? Will you enjoy the music or the noise that you get? Definitely not. It is not tuned. One is in one frequency. Imagine all of we start to sing now, how it will be. That that is how it's chaos. So tuning is important. What happens when it is tuned with nature, the space inside and the space outside, if they vibrate at the same frequency, the first thing that happens is the communication between internal and external space, that connection. So the cosmic energy has immense energy, isn't it? The outside space, it has immensity. So, and it has abundance, it has healing power, most important. Whereas the inner space, if it is not in tune, that is how the death and decay part happens, if it is not tuned to cosmic energy. So the tuning has to happen. So when does tuning happen? Who has given you guidelines to tune this space? How do you don't even know the kind of energies that are flowing through it. Today it's all about how the energy flows. So how do you know about it? What are the types of energies that are moving right now through a space like this? Those things are not understood in modern architecture. If you see, a lot of you may be living in homes that are built by a good architect. You may be really happy also about it, and it may be very beautiful. But architects these days, they are not trained. We can't blame them. They don't have that knowledge. That's it. What is happening is, they have you noticed, if any of you are living in apartments, anybody? Yeah, lot of them. So in apartments, don't you see that the buildings are oriented in different directions? Same layout of interiors is given in different orientations. What does that mean? There is a balcony to east, there's a balcony to west, there's a balcony to south. So there is no regard to directions. No, openness is given everywhere, heaviness is given everywhere, toilets are given everywhere, irrespective of the directions. That is the difference. Whereas in Vedic architecture, lot of in understanding is there about how energy flows within a zone. So how is that done? Let me tell you. So mainly, a construction of a house is mainly using earth element. Earth element is not just the sand or anything, sand or the brick. Anything that is heavy is earth element. And knowing these 5 elements is important a little bit. How they influence you. What is the connection with your body and the 5 elements around you? Let us little bit, learn about it. Any of you had, I don't want it to be, yes, but if you had fever or something, what is the first thing we notice generally? We lose taste, isn't it? sense of taste goes away. What is happening? Let us see, understand, analyze it. So when I have fever, in my body, dehydration is the first thing, because the temperature has gone higher. So water element goes down. So there are 5 elements in me. So the water element has gone down, the body has dried up, your tongue has dried up. That is the reason you are not able to taste. We experience the whole world and also life through these 5 elements. I see you because there is light. Without light, if this whole room, there are so many people, if I switch off and it's a dark day, like it's not day, it's a amavasya day, okay, there is no light anywhere from outside, no light is coming, will you be able to see me? No. So I'm saying, the senses that we have, the 5 senses with which we experience life, those 5 indriyas that we can, the sense of, the eyes, the, nose and the mouth, the tongue part of it, all these 5 senses, they experience through the 5 elements. So fire element is needed for you to see somebody, the sense of, seeing, sight. So that is that. So every one of these sites are there because of the 5 elements. Which one would be rather you lose if one has to lose? Can we say, I don't want sense of taste? Life will be so you it's not full, it's not complete, isn't it? We ate some nice goodies outside, suppose they all tasted same, no, you won't enjoy life at all. So we experience life through these 5 elements. So this alignment of these 5 elements within a closed space is equally important, though we don't understand. So that, rules are given to us by Rishi Munis of the olden times, Vedic period. See, please, when you see the dictionary meaning of the word Rishi, what it means is that he is a scientist, basically. He has he has spent extreme number of hours observing a particular thing and contemplating in this meditative state, and then giving you the rules on that he is a scientist, he's a scientist of modern day. So we think, a Rishimuni is someone who has hair, here, and he holds something. It's not. That is how it is depicted in our movies. So that is what we think are the Rishimunis, but that is not how it is. So they have formulated based on what they observed in the world, and then given it to you as a Vastu Shastra. So now Vastu Shastra is a set of rules about how to build a house. That's it. Okay. Now, how does, having all this proper alignment of these elements bring about healing? That is what we need to understand. Why should we even follow? Why should I ditch? I'm not saying ditch modern architecture. Include, bring them together, bridge them together. I always work with architects, modern architects, present day architects, and contribute my, just fine tuning his designs a bit. It works so beautifully, when the two come together. So when what happens when these 5 elements are expressing themselves correctly in the given regulated directions is that prana moves freely without any impedance inside the it's closed space. If you see in nature also, have you seen climbers going round and round? They go in a helical manner. Have you observed that? You have time to see that? No, she says no. So they do go in a helical. Even if you forget the climber, just take any plant, there is one leaf is here, the next leaf is not exactly in line. It takes a small turn, an angle of curvature is there. Then the third leaf is at the same angle if you measure. This angle of curvature is known as golden ratio. Golden, it's a golden angle. It is specific to different plants. So that golden ratio principle is observed in Vastu Shastra for everything. For everything. For example, even in creation, it is very natural. You just look at your own palm. Okay, you haven't done that, seen it in this perspective. look at this first phalange, okay, and then the second one, compare them. No, this one and the second one. The second one, if this is 1, this is 1.618. You know that you can measure it and see. So this is, if this is 1, this is 1.618. Okay. Now the second phalange, if you compare it with the third one, that again follows the same ratio. God is not sitting, I mean, he's very meticulous in while creating you. He used perfection, in fact. So same thing, let's proceed more. This length and this length, it is again 1:1.618. And this length of the whole hand width from here to here, it is again 1.618. In fact, in the beauty pageants, I'm just digressing a little bit. In beauty pageants, one who is chosen as the most beautiful follows those, upper lip, lower lip, they match in that. They are in the 1:1.61. That is how they are chosen. So I'm saying in nature, there is a rule. There is a rule. Whereas we don't know that. We haphazardly build the homes, and then your house vibrates in a different frequency, which is not in tune with what is outside. So bringing them, when they're tuned together, then there is a communication. I told you, if I want something that is in nature, I should also vibrate in that frequency. That is what Vastu Shastra does. It is not about displaying certain items that you see in the social media. Put a kachua here, you will live longer. Can you even, see any sense there? Definitely not. So it has come to that level now. So people like us have the responsibility of connecting with people. So I really thank coach and also Sira for this opportunity to speak to you about what I know about what I have experienced. Later you can also please share your experiences on Vastu. Now I was telling you 3 types of problems are there: body, mind, and the spiritual problem. How does Vastu help you? Unless you know how it helps, you can't say this is better than modern architecture. You should know, right? So today I'll give you some tools for you to carry home. So at the body level, what happens? So sorry, before that I'll give you, because that will keep you in a better state. See, there are this one scientist, she is the nuclear physicist, basically Indian origin, Archana Sharma. She works with CERN. CERN is where all this, in the world level, under the earth, nuclear reactors are studied, where at the nano level, they study how the energy flows. That is what they are doing, the fission, fusion, all those things. She says, she has spoken about it, that we need 4 types of energy to lead a happy, healthy life. So those 4 energies, 2 are internal, happening inside your body, and 2 are external. So internal is, it's common to everybody, so we can ignore that. But what are those? I'll tell you. One is the weak nuclear force, and another is the strong nuclear force. These 2 are necessary for us to exist. For example, if one cell, from my lung has to be connected to the next cell in the lung and to become an organ and function as a team, there needs to be a strong nuclear force. One cell and another cell has to hold each other. That power that connects the cells together is the strong nuclear force. Similarly, that is necessary as long as one cell should love the next cell. Otherwise, we don't exist. So the moment death occurs, then the other energy, that is the weak nuclear force, comes into play. That weak nuclear force, what it does is that bond is liberated and cells decay. That is for decay to happen, that is necessary. For the earth to sustain, the decay is also equally important. So now these 2 are the internal ones, common to everybody. So we will not discuss about that. But the 2 other important energies that are guiding you and that are in control, in fact, influencing all aspects of your life, are the solar energy that comes from the sun. We are in the solar system. And the second one is your geomagnetism or the gravitational pull. One is from the earth, another is from the sun. In Vastu Shastra, both of these are studied extensively. In fact, east to west axis is known as pranic axis, that is sun's energy. You all know, any part of the world, if you see, east is where the sun rises, west is where your sun sets. So this never changes. Maybe the solar path may change depending on the tilt, of the earth during that part of the year, but otherwise, it is the same, east to west. So prana, in fact, Sanskrit meaning, one of the meanings of Surya is prana, one who gives you energy, life force. So this pranic energy enters any house that you have built. Need not, when I say house, it is applicable to even other, any built structure. It can be an office also, or a factory also, anything. So prana enters from the east and sets from the western direction. Similarly, we experience this geomagnetic pull, what we call it as gravitational pull, or electromagnetism. All are one and the same. That flux of energy is available to you from the northern direction, and it moves out through the southern directions. So these are the two axes that are studied in Vastu Shastra. There is no such regard to these flow of energies in architecture, modern present day architecture. They don't take care of that. Because why am I saying they don't take care of that is, if they knew that energy and matter are connected, energy and matter are connected. What is matter? Something that has its own weight, isn't it? It is very heavy. Earth element is pronounced there. So for energy is pure energy, which is not have any form. So energy and matter are at the ends of a spectrum. So for me to increase in this particular space, suppose I want my friend here at coach arts to get maximum pranic energy. Now all of you are feeling sleepy, maybe I'm just guessing, not guessing. If you feel there is some prana is low, it's not, which is not the case, all are alert. I want to increase the prana flow here. What should I do there? Should I load? Should I create heaviness? What I'll tell you. Suppose I have thrown some water on the floor and there's a slope. What happens to water? It flows in that direction. I'm trying to keep it very simple for you. So it flows in that direction. Suppose you put your foot there in the path of that water. What happens to the flow of water? It blocks, right? It gets stopped. What is your weight doing there? That is what we should. It stop the flow of something. So I'm saying, when energy is flowing, the energy that you can't see, okay, you can't see pranic energy coming, right? Can you? No, only you see the light part of it. Modern architecture does that only. No, it perceives only what is visible. The light part, they do take care of good light. In some of you, especially flat owners, when you went to look for the flat during the daytime, generally you will have breakfast maybe around 10ish or 11ish. You go there, isn't it? Around 11, if a flat is beautifully lit, where lot of light is there, what does that mean? That means that sun has come in this direction. From 6 to 9 it will be in the east. 9 o'clock he will be in the southeastern side. You have to understand that every 3 hours it moves to one cardinal direction, sub direction, like that. So in suppose you've gone at 11 or noon, it is fully bright and you love the energy. That's what you think, you have understood the energy and you select that flat. It means that energy, lot of light is coming from the southern side. So even in the later part of this talk, I'll tell you how energy coming from the southern side is detrimental to our cellular makeup. It is detrimental. So you love the light during the day and you chose that. Unfortunately, it gets you connected to unwanted energy. So when you go at 7 in the morning, and then you see that lot of light is coming from the whole place is well lit, that is when you say this is a nice flat, not during the daytime. So a lot of people don't know that, isn't it? So I was saying these two energies are never studied in modern architecture. So if I have to increase energy, good energy, prana energy that is coming from the east, what should I do there in the east? Yeah, give a window, natural. Give a window. Yeah, so window is actually a tool to increase energy. So in Vastu Shastra, we choose windows and doors and the position of windows very strategically. And wherever I want to increase the energy, good energy, that is where I'll be giving openings like balconies, terraces, and large bay windows. And wherever I want to block the energy, like southern side and the southwest and western side, I'll tell you why they are considered as bad. Then no direction is bad, but for us, with reference to you in the center of the house, the way you receive light is what is good or bad. I'll tell you how it is done. So what was I saying? You're living in a house which has more openness. We use it as a tool. Also, how does a window work as, this is very crucial for any homeowner to understand. So how does a window work as a tool? When I create a window, this is a building science. Think in terms of construction. So when I am building the house, I have removed so much of bricks. Simple, right? So much of bricks if I have removed, then the window happens, isn't it? That means I have reduced the earth element. Okay, so earth is on one side, the load is on one side, energy is on another side. So now we have to understand that the loading any zone reduces the energy. That is what you have now understood. Now let us understand which part of the house to load, which part of the house not to load. Keep it light. That we should know. So for that we need the help of Yoga Shastra. Yoga Shastra. I told you, Vastu Shastra, just by learning, using some scriptures on Vastu, you won't understand. They never explain. They just give you the rules. They say do this, do that. That is what a lot of people are doing now. But explanation comes from other sciences, other Vedic sciences. So let us see. So in Yoga Shastra, there is one scripture called Shiva Swarodaya. Shiva Swarodaya. Swara here is not the singing swara sound, not that. It is the breath, the breathing part, the one that gives you energy inside, prana inside. So breath. So in that scripture, Shiva and Parvati are, they're talking to each other. Shiva is the tutor and Parvati is the student. So she is a very good student, very curious student. So she'll be asking Shiva, tell me something about, in any confined place, how should the prana flow? That is her question. So he is giving her a lot of guidelines in that scripture, in that context. What Shiva says is that, those zones, Ida, there are, how many of you practice yoga? Pranayama? What happens during pranayama? We alternate nostril breathing happens, right? So this left hand side, this nostril, left nostril is the Ida nostril, right? That is your cooling. When you use only Ida Nadi for breathing, left nostril, when you use only that, body gets cooled. When you have fever, you can do that. You only just block your right nostril and breathe for 5 minutes, temperature comes down. So that is the system that we have, the body, it's so complex. So when we do that, what Shiva says is that if a confined body where the breath is flowing gets connected to Ida flow, then there he gives in the term of a formula, it is Shubha Sanketa Dai. That is, it gets you connected to all things good in life, all things good. So in any closed space, increase the flow of energy from the Ida zone, then that gets you connected with lot of good energy, where you get to experience positivity, good events happen in such homes, that is assured. So the other way around, the opposite. When you get connected to the right hand nostril, that is Pingala Nadi. Pingala Nadi is influenced by sun, Ida Nadi is influenced by moon. Okay, the Pingala Nadi, so Pingala means sun. So when you breathe more through your Pingala Nadi, in fact, as we grow older, we breathe more and more through our Pingala Nadi. Aging happens because of that, faster. That is why you wear your sunscreens, right? You want to protect your skin from the sun exposure. So sun has a ability to age you faster. That is why we avoid mornings, daytime sun. Same thing we are applying in Vastu also. So Shiva says, when the Pingala, you get connected to Pingala Nadi flow, Kathina Krura Karma, that becomes yours. That means sad events, all kinds of painful happenings, they happen in that he gives in the form of coded language. So the same thing we are applying in Vastu Shastra also. But when I say, you have a question? Sure, sure, but you have to remind me what I was on, like the topic. Yeah, please ask.
Question. Does your karma reflect your Vastu?
Definitely.
And therefore, Vastu reflects your karma, obviously.
That's a good question. Actually, it's like, which one came first, the egg or the hen? Yeah, the kind. For example, this particular place, it is west facing. Okay, so west is where the entrance is. You will always live in a house where your house, ma'am, your house. Do you have lot of openings in the western side?
I think this is which one? And I think she's just got the brightest. I have a lot of light coming, especially in the
Where
afternoon.
the evening sunset.
Yes.
So must be
Isn't it? Is evening, you can see the sunset also if you are at a height. So you attract the same type of, is that a cat or something? Sorry. I heard, I wear a hearing aid, so I thought, sorry. Yeah, definitely, to answer your question, it is they're interconnected. You attract a particular kind of a space depending on your birth chart.
Right.
You are already, your life is predestined.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. So my question is that if I keep attracting south-facing properties, I see that as a kind of a thing. So how does one really make a change? So can you really make a change? Is my question.
Yeah. Even a change is also written. It is also, at the right time. In fact, I do meet a lot of people where multiple Vastu consultants have already visited the place. So why did they have to go through that? Because at that way, sentence.
Can you repeat that last?
Yeah. See, if our Mansi happens to be, she has chosen this place as her premises. For her to choose, in her kundali, in her chart, western direction will have something like, prakashakaya, that is either a sun or a moon, which gives you light, connects you with lot of light. That should be there. Or it should be, it may be having lot emptiness. No, nothing is there. No planet is there in that house. So that means that, that is lighter in terms of loading. No planet in a chart, the 12 houses, any house is empty, that means it is very light. If 3 or 4 planets are seated in one box of your chart, that means in that zone you can expect loading. Where you see Rahu, you can expect a toilet. It is Astrovastu. Okay, it is like that. You are predestined. That is how you choose. So when do you break it? When do you break that pattern? Once that you have paid that karma. Once you have completely finished that and you learned the lesson. Karma is there for us to learn some lessons. The pattern gets broken. Until you don't learn that lesson, same thing keeps repeated. Even in our personal, we meet the same type of partners. Sometimes why, my same thing is repeated. So that is karmic, definitely karmic. So how do you break it is,
So can you will only break it when the time is
yeah,
right.
when the time is right, you will meet people like us, and you get that information. I'm just,
Like people come to you.
yeah, that's what destiny does it for you. It is also written. Yes, please, Srinivas.
So how continuation to my friend's question, right? Since you also introduced as for us, let us say that a person's chart is very strong Mars. Means
You
his
have to be
orientation is
louder.
south. His orientation is south.
She has difficulty
Hearing.
Okay,
I'll come to you.
No, I'll come to you.
Yeah, tell.
So let us say he has a very strong Mars. I know
Mars.
this. Okay. So his natural orientation is south from Mars perspective.
Okay.
So let us say that he, as he already said, that choosing south facing properties, it comes very naturally.
No,
right?
it's
So in case that
Is it good for him or bad?
No, I'm just
Is that
asking
the
you a
question?
to
No.
understand from you, right? So now he chooses properties which has a lot of pranic flow through the south direction, very naturally, right? So is that still considered bad for him?
Is that?
Still considered bad for him?
Sorry, is that the question? Is that?
Is that still considered bad for him?
Okay. Yeah.
Just a quick thing that we are going to hold questions at the end of it.
Yeah.
I would request all of you to hold your
Yeah,
questions
this question
till
I'll
the
answer.
end of the session. Let her answer this, but we're having it more interactive. So
We will
it
answer
doesn't,
this.
stop to-
We will answer this once I finish my sharing of fundamentals. So that I will come to this question and I'll answer this. Or you are so curious?
So I'm going to bring in questions.
Yeah, he's a very curious man.
Very good. Curiosity is the one which made me an expert in this line. Okay. So now you tell me where I was. Ida Pingala, that Shubha Sankatyadai and Katina Krura. Yes, ma'am? This is the sun energy, this is the moon energy. We as human beings have a body temperature, maintained body temperature 98.4 or 6, 4, no? I forgot that. Whatever. So body temperature is normally maintained because of the Ida Pingala flow. Every 90 minutes, it alternates by itself. There is nobody sitting and switching, but it happens. That is how this Ida Pingala flow connection. So that thing that rule of Shiva, we have to apply now. We have to apply here for us to understand which is the Ida zone, which is the Pingala zone. How do you understand? So in a house, in wherever you are, from morning till night, or even during the entire 24 hours, what is it that changes in nature? Sun coming up and sun setting. That is the point. So from where the sun comes, prana starts to come, pranic energy starts to come. And do you think sun is cooler or moon is cooler? Moon, because he doesn't have his own light, he reflects sun's light only, and that is cool. So night time, in fact, I want to finish that 3 hour thing, I want you to know this. Early morning 6 o'clock, if he is there, 6 o'clock he is in the western direction. Okay, that means mid-noon 12 o'clock he will be in the south, center of south, and midnight 12 he will be in the north. So in the north, you will in the midnight, you don't see sun, isn't it? That you please remember. That is why Chandra time, when the Chandra is in this side, sun, after the sunset, the period of moon starts after the sunset. So sun is from here to, when he travels from the end of the west, he travels from northwest, north, northeast, and the east, till the end. So that period is the Ida zone. We have now identified what is positive zone. So from the northwestern direction, suppose I am standing facing the eastern side. I'm facing early morning sun, and whatever comes to my Ida means your left side also. So whatever comes to my left hand side is your Ida zone, and whatever comes to my right hand side is your Pingala zone. Pingala zone is from 9 o'clock. After 9, sun starts to become like his quality change. Sunlight starts to burn you if you stay in the same place, isn't it? Early morning sun is very nice. Up to 9, 10 also it is nice in winter. But later on it starts to burn. The Mangala nature of sun will come out. So when the sun happens to be at 12 noon, mid noon, where is sun? He is in the center of the south. So this is the jiva, jaivic energy is coming from. We call this, whatever energy we receive from the earth as the jaivic energy, jaivic axis. This is the pranic axis. This is jaivic axis because this axis is connected to the jiva, that is your cells. Every cell, cellular, all these rays in, present day malady, what is that? Cancer thing, malignancies. They are all connected to problem in this jaivic axis because it is connected to the cellular makeup. So when the north in mid noon, sun is in the center of south. Sun is in the center of south, and sun is the one who gives you pranic energy. So prana is flowing from the southern direction. Jiva is flowing from the northern direction. Jiva and prana are in clash. So then you will. That is why, in fact, the energy field of this zone is the name is given as Yama. In fact, we have named every part of the house. We have cut it into 9 by 9, totally 81 small chota grid. Each zone is given a name. We have chosen a Devata name, but it is not, no Yama is seated in the center of south. No Yama is seated. We shouldn't imagine someone sitting on a bison and all that. No, it is actually that the energy that you receive from the central part of the sun is as bad as the Yama, that is death. Deathly streams of energy come from the center of the south. So should we keep the center of the south open with a huge balcony? Yeah, then what we have to do. But should we keep it when I'm building, when I'm designing? We should not. We should cover it up. We should give a solid wall there, solid wall only in that zone. Give elsewhere in the position. That is why maximum number of openings should be given along this direction, and limited number of small size for ventilation. Ventilation is needed everywhere. Every room should have minimum 2 windows or openings for a good ventilation, but the size of the window in these direction, the Pingala zone, should be smaller. That is when Katina Krura Karma will not be yours. There will be celebratory events in life. This is what it is. Because again, one more rule of Vastu is not many people again know about it. The connection actually. Present day modern scientists are spending millions and millions of dollars on doing research on space time. They say space and time are not two different things. They are one and the same. Space time continuum. This was known to the Vedic scholar Rishimuni Kanada of those years, and he called that as Dikkala. Okay, Dik and Kal, they are together. What it means in Vastu context is, Dik is the direction, or it is connected to space, and Kala is connected to time, the events that happen. In fact, astrologically, you all know that sky is like a bag. It's a bag of events. The seeds of event are floating in the sky. At the right time, they will come to you, isn't it? An event to happen, it has to happen at the opportune time. It won't happen every other day. Even if I'm living in a very bad Vastu home where Yama is open, I'm just saying, it doesn't punish you every day, right? It doesn't punish. There is a lot of time at the right time, but you should be intelligent enough to do something about it in that time. That is the power of knowing something. So now you know how to Vedic architecture, that is Vastu, and the current day modern architecture, how it is one is connected with events that happen in life, space time. So listen, now the space part of it, it's so huge, and the time part of it, time is, can you control time? Can I just reverse the clock and say, I'm 10 years younger. Not possible. You can't control time. Can we have some say on the space around you? We do have. So that is what is Vastu. Improve your space and get connected to better time. The events improve by themselves. By improving your connection with the space around you, we improve the kind of events that happen. Something very worse was meant to happen, you're still in control. You can do something about it and avert the event. That is possible through Vastu Shastra. So this is about the fundamentals. I can go on and on, but I would love you to speak about it and get some doubts clarified. So is this part enough for fundamentals? Yeah. More on it, definitely, as and when you speak, I'll give you some extra information. Yes, Mansiji.
So for a residential purpose versus a commercial space where you conduct your business law, should we be looking at different Vastu principles for the same, or should you be following similar ones?
Good question. Vastu Shastra is all about aligning the earth element, the loading part of it, and keeping the openings. Can they be different? Definitely not. One and the same. The principles that are applied for the home. See, present day experts have made it look like that. It is not. It is the same. Sun rises in the east for your house also, and for your factory also, or for your work area also. So it is one and the same. But the way I do my remedial work, maybe the proportion changes. Because in a small house of 30-40, in a plot like that, suppose I suggest 20 gram of silver to be buried in the center of north because there's a toilet there. Jalatattva, that is the zonal element. That information I'll give you, which zone, which element. So if I say 20 grams for a house, for a larger building, I may increase it. That is the only difference. That's the only difference. No other difference.
Sorry, just to follow up there.
Yes.
So what is the significance of the silver in that? How does that balance?
Beautiful. See, actually, when we speak of elements, these 5 elements, each one has its own representative in the earthly things. Like people when Varshik, they do the death ceremony, anniversaries, death anniversary, the puja they do. Yeah. You offer some food that was favorite of the person who is gone to the crow. Right? What is the connection? The connection is that crow represents, Pitrus. Pitrus are those who have dead and gone, your own ancestors. So that is how, every one of the planetary things has a connection with an earthly thing. The frequencies match. In fact, let me tell you, at this connection, the Saturn, lot of people, some of people, they're scared of Saturn. Think, because Saturn is a taskmaster. He doesn't let you sit. He'll make you physically work. Physically also he'll be very tired and all that. You will work hard, and also he will make you pay for it. If I can pay for something that you have done, if it is in a negative manner. So the karma karaka, he will make you pay. It's a good. I like Saturn a lot. So the
Sounds like I like
And he will not leave you unused land.
Yeah. And whatever Saturn gives you, no one can snatch it from you. Yeah. When you please him. Yeah. So this Saturn's energy, it has a frequency. I'm just connecting the karma part, Suppose I have troubled somebody, I've troubled, and that person is sad, I've hurt, I've used bad, harsh words, and it has hurt somebody. When the hurt happens, the thought processes that happen, every thought has a frequency, isn't it? When you are good, the way you breathe is different, the way you feel is different. But at the same time, when you're sad, the way you occupy a very small space. In fact, we shrink. So that is what happens. So every thought has its own frequency. I have heard somebody, so their thought processes are given to the universe. Where else will it go? So that is it has a different frequency which matches with the frequency of the vibrations we receive from Saturn. So that is how Saturn, Saturn's position in our Kundali talks about the karmic baggage that I'm carrying from my past birth. That is how it is, and in this life, some things become payable, and those are the events part of it. Okay. So, who was the question? Yeah.
I have a question.
No, 1 second. Before this, who was asking the question? No. Mansiji asked. I mean, Rashmiji asked that
Yeah,
question.
no, I basically, wanted to know what the significance of the silver is to offset.
Exactly. I haven't completed that. Okay, let me complete that now. So similarly, everything on earth has its own vibration, its own frequency. Everything is nothing but energy. We are floating in an ocean of energy coming from different sources. So to answer her question, silver, pearls, cultured pearls, or even the regular ocean pearls, and white marble. So see, these 5 elements are represented by certain things. So this Jalatattva, whatever I say, Jalatattva, which aligns itself to north and the northeastern direction in a closed space, it is represented by silver, and moon. Moon is represented by silver. Whoever has moon strong in their kundali, they like silver jewelry more. They love to choose that. So the moon represents silver. That is the connection, the frequency match. So you want to increase. Suppose this is my northern direction. North should have given me a lot of moon energy, which is missing because there's a wall here, there is no opening here. No, I'm not talking about that opening here. So I want to increase that moon's energy. I will bury that in the floor area, not displaying. Displaying anything above the surface will not become a part of the vibrational field. Please always remember, when somebody else comes and talks about saying, you keep this, yeah, whenever I go to different houses, the most part, this is, I should tell you, there was a staircase in the central part of the northern direction in one house. And somebody else who had gone as a Vastu expert had taken a 4-inch by 4-inch size mirror and applied, fixed it on the staircase and said, you will be fine. Does it make any sense? Has it removed the load?
Ma'am, I'm going to be one of them only. I have so many Vastu guys in my home and they did all this stuff.
Yeah. You will do yourself. I know. So sad, I feel. So I am very against all these surface remedies. They make you spend unnecessarily and they don't give you any improvement. They don't give you any. So even if I put 5 grams of silver in the north in the floor area, it gives you such beautiful, improvement in the flow of energy. For example, I'll tell you, these 5 elements that I spoke of. This point I'll cover this now with some fundamentals. Yes. So, bodily problems, I told you how it works is, I had not finished that actually. So how the 5 elements align in your bodies. How many of you are aware of chakra system? All of you. All, isn't it? So the lowest one is Mooladhara chakra. It is representing earth element because it's so heavy, and the work related to Mooladhara chakra is connected to only spinal cord, the support system. And in your body, what is heavy? What part is heavy? Bones. So bones are heavy and they are connected to your Mooladhara chakra, and that is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet which is far away from sun, isn't it, in the solar system. That is why if sun is here, Agna chakra, it is at the end. Mooladhara chakra is where your Saturn is. The next one, Swadhisthana chakra, which is at the genitals area, that takes care, that is ruled by planet Jupiter. Jupiter. That is why they say Guru ka kripa ho to bachcha ho jayega na, something like that they speak. My Hindi is very poor. So Guru is the one who grants you progeny. So Guru is connected with the genital region, the Swadhisthana chakra. Then the Manipura chakra, the navel region, is connected with your digestion and the fire element. This the other one, the Swadhisthana chakra, is water element. So all the fluids are in that zone. Na? Your bladder is there. Think of anything. So it's water element. Then your Swadhisthana chakra is your fire element. Digestion, for digestion to happen, fire is needed, isn't it? It's like a churning. It's like a burner. You put anything, it burns. So fire element is in the navel region, and it is ruled by Mars. It's ruled by Mars. And then comes your heart region, which is Anahata chakra, heart region. It is ruled by, which is the closer. No, see, observe the planets also. They are in the same sequence. The Saturn, then the Jupiter, then the Mars. What is closer to you now? Venus. Venus is at the Anahata chakra level. And then, that is why Venus is connected with heart, your heart matters also. So love. And then the throat chakra, Mercury. People say if somebody has good, he must be having good Mercury. That's why he speaks like that. Our communication skills are good. So like that, the 5 elements are ruling these areas. And whenever in a house, my job as a Vastu expert, when I'm designing a house, is to align those elements in the respective areas. For example, we will take east and southeast, two directions. Okay, east and southeast, sun comes up in the morning, so fire element. And south and southwest, these two zones, next to two zones, is earth element. That is why it should be heavy. And then west and northwest, it is connected to wind element. North and northeast connected to water element. Central part is the Akasha Tattva, space element. And everything in this whole creation is in space. That means the space controls everything else. Space element, the moment Brahmastan, we call it the center, it receives energy from the earth, vibrations, and it take a bucket, okay, filled with water, and put one coin or something. How does the waves go? Have you observed? Circles. From the center it moves outward, right? Same thing happens in a house. From the Brahmastan, the central core region, waves of energy move to all directions. The same energy of Akasha Tattva of the Brahmastan, if it moves towards the east, same energy becomes fire element. And the same energy of Akasha Tattva going to south becomes earth element. It is like that. So this connection you have to know. Okay. So now answering the questions now, the elemental expression. My job is to align the activities around the house to match the elements. That is what I should do. So where should I give heat-based activity like a kitchen? Fire element. It should be in the east or the southeast. But if I give the kitchen in the east in the modern times, the kitchen is the heaviest zone in the household, right? There will be platforms, there will be appliances, storage, grocery, etc. So if I'm intelligent, I will not give it in the east, because east is where pranic energy comes inside. East is positive, whereas southeast, all the Pingala zone, those are the negative. We can call it like that. No direction is positive or negative. With reference to me in the house, if I receive energy from any direction, that is considered as positive or negative. So I would rather give the kitchen to the southeast than the east, because east is positive. I don't want to load it. Southeast is negative. So let me keep my kitchen in the fire zone. So activity has matched the element of the zone, isn't it? So instead, what do we observe in present homes? Anywhere. Kitchen can be in the southwest also. I have treated many households like that. What happens when one elemental mismatch happens? Let us learn. Fire element is mismatched. So, each of these directions, how many directions we covered? 8 in the periphery, 1 in the center, totally 9. So now in the family, in our own family, let us connect this direction astrologically. Okay, this is the astrological input to different directions. If there is a Vastu dosh, now that is the preamble, the first line prefix. So if there is a Vastu dosh in east, from east we'll go. Who will suffer? Self. This is like, again, it's like a formula for you. Self, your own self, the one who owns, he will suffer in the head region. The body starts from head to toe. So the body, again, you have to twist it like this, like that. Sorry, the anti-clockwise. That's too much for you. Leave it alone. So if east has Vastu dosh, who will suffer? Who will see the effects? The person who owns the place. Okay. Next, that direction, southeast is connected to sons in the family. Children, growing children, boys, only boys. That is boys. And the opposite is girls. I'm not saying boys and girls are opposite, but I'm saying it's the same axis. So southeast, if any problem is there, if there is no kitchen in the southeast, the person who will suffer most is your son. So you buy a flat and you go and you have like
Very
that.
important question.
Yeah, later. If I can say that. I will come to you. Important question. Everybody's question is definitely important because it connects you to something that you don't like, that situation, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I've seen it. So let us cover. I'm not going home till I cover everybody's question.
Take you home.
That's what I said. Is it gonna take you
Who takes you home today?
Hmm?
I'm taking you home, I said after
So I'm saying, I I do write blogs. I do write about this. If you really love your son, your children, the best thing you can give them is keeping a kitchen in the southeast. That's as important as that. Wherever there is no kitchen in the southeast, their potential, they never reach their potential. They never reach. See, I have observed all types of homes, and none of the Vastu rules go wrong. We have to have the eye to observe. That's it. Okay. So southeast is connected to sons in the family. You can note down unmarried sons in the family. You won't find this, information correctly given. Any, huh?
You have to leave your class and go away.
Don't worry. 80% of my work is in flats.
So actually, that's interesting. I'm sure you'll cover that, but I just want to say that you talked about the silver, and I'm sorry going back to this, and you said to bury it in whatever the ground. So in a case of a flat,
Yeah.
how do you address that, right? So I'm sure you'll get to it. So just
Correct.
wanted to
Correct.
point that
So
out.
we will connect that now. Now you don't have a kitchen there. Somebody doesn't have a kitchen in the southeast. It is bothering your son. He's in 10th standard. Lot of my clients are when children are in 10th standard. That is when I go. So if there is no kitchen, the son is not doing well. He is studying very hard, but luck factor will be missing. The event, the seed of he is connecting it to a wrong seed, like a failure. That is what is happening. We have to remove that connection, install something in the floor which corresponds to that element, that is fire element. There are only 8 zones around you, 8 zones and 8 types of gems and metals. That's it. Vastu is very easy actually. It's not difficult at all. Suppose I have to increase the fire element, the first preference is to shift the kitchen there, but that is a major thing. But if you can't do that, I have to bury some copper. It's like 150 rupee, 150 grams of copper. 150 grams of copper is enough to create a kitchen there, the virtual kitchen. So you put some 150 grams of copper, and maybe the more you want to do, the more you want to invest. Like you put 3 more corals. Go, little generous, and 3 more corals in a triangular format. You drill 3 holes and put them in the southeast corner. to be, these days I can't say southeast corner also, because the homes are not aligned to magnetic axis also. No, it does, southeast doesn't come in the corner, it may come somewhere here also. So 135 degrees, that is what I would say. At 135 degrees, stand in the center of the house, look at the compass, wherever it shows 135, move in that direction, go till the end. There in the floor, create 3 holes like a triangle this big, not, here on this much distance is enough. Drill 3 holes, insert copper, the 50 grams. What should be the size of the hole that you do is the size of the copper coin that you have in your hands. Make it as big, circular drill bit you use it. Drill a hole, even if it is Italian marble, don't worry. Please drill a hole. You just drill a hole and put that 50 grams of copper, 50, 50, 50, and then one coral, one coral, one coral. You just close it. Just close it. And you see in the next exam, your son, one lady, the daughter, she was in 10th standard. She was averaging at 59%. The architect mother, she was worried, and we did this remedy just 3 months before the exam. Don't do it when tomorrow is the exam. Give some time for the child, the effect to show. Yeah, yeah. So at least 1 or 2 or 3 months ahead, you do this, just this remedy. Don't correct any of the other things. That girl got 85%, 59 to 85. That luck factor opens up. That's it. She would have studied the same question, and same question came in the exam. She got lucky, she wrote everything, she got the marks. That is how it works. The karma part, you get connected to the right seed of event. Okay, that is possible. That is how beautiful Vastu is. In fact, when I was learning Vastu Shastra, lot of people, 2008 I started, lot of people were they started to show their kundalis. So I didn't know how to check the kundali, so I started learning astrology also side by side. So I lost the track. So that is what, together the seeds. Now I remember. And one boy, in fact, I was doing some work in my niece's house, Vastu work, and niece's friend in some other city called me. She had already arranged, my aunt will be here, you call at that time. So she called, and what happened was her son, only one son, he's a national handball champion, like that. He's very intelligent and all that. This house is new, and these people were living in another house earlier. He was a school topper, but after joining this engineering, he was, for 3 years actually, he was not doing well. They had shifted to this new house, and there were 14 papers backlog. He had to clear so many to get a degree. So at that stage, she called me. So I just the sun, right? Which direction I should check? Southeast. So I just asked her, can you please describe your southeast? Is there a kitchen? That's the first question. She said, yes, there's a kitchen. Perfect kitchen is there in the building. Then I said, okay, what is outside the kitchen in the plot? There is a underground water storage tank. So that is a water-based activity. So it has completely diluted the earth element. We have to do, there are 2 Vastu Purushas in Vastu. One for building, we have to treat, we have to bring the balance inside also, and we have to bring the balance outside also within the compound. That is, you have separated the vibrations, right? The field is different. So from outside to inside. So you have to treat that also. So I suggested her, you bury 1 kg because it's sun, no, and so many papers are pending, and I have to give them. I have to also give them good result, right? Miraculous result. So 1 kg of copper. Suppose this was the corner. This is the kitchen, and here was the sump. So I asked her to bury copper in this line, separating the 2. 1 kg of that. She got it done immediately, and I think 2 months later he did the final exam. all his present year's papers and the 14 backlog, whatever he could clear. He had the potential, but the luck factor was not there because the house was not letting him, do well.
And what is the space in between? That's a cross in the
Copper, that is where you are supposed to insert the copper. Outside the house, between the sump and the house.
Ma'am, excuse me. I have a similar thing.
Situation.
The house I'm living. See, the floor we are staying, I have a southeast kitchen. So my ground floor, where my tenants live, that doesn't have a southeast kitchen.
Ah.
So will that also affect everybody?
No.
No, right?
Each floor has its own Vastu Purusha, custom.
Okay. And again,
Customized.
this water element you said.
Ah.
So that the southeast has a kitchen as well as we have a tap there.
Tap
We
is
have a
okay.
washing
See,
station.
every kitchen, you want to wash your
No,
hands.
it's not in the kitchen. It's
Uh-huh.
outside. Like
Outside.
what you said. No, they have a
See, one tap outside is not a big thing,
And the wash-
as long as it is not dripping.
washers and all that.
Are you please listening? Please don't disturb her. She asked me a question.
No, asking her opinion.
No, she's
I know
asking
you
me
both.
the question
You
at
both
the same-
sail in the same boat.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
understand.
she has a similar question. Maybe. Doubt
Okay.
that's what
After this.
No, I'm asking about the water part of it. That's it.
Acha. Okay. Done. So, ma'am, you said there you in
Water tap is.
water tap is not a big thing. Utility these days comes in next to the southeast kitchen.
That's in the outdoor area. Like you said, there's a sump there.
Outside.
That's okay, right?
But if it comes to repair, the water is dripping, immediately you have to rectify. Any streaming of water, that is continuous flow of water in the southeast, increases your expenses suddenly. Especially unwanted wasteful expenditure. Yeah, that if there is any water leakage happening in the southeastern kitchen or even nearby outside in the utility or something, that increases expenses, because astrologically that zone is the 12th house. 12th house in the kundali, it is equal to vyayasthana, so it increases this is the connection, astrology and another. You have to take the house. This is very interesting. Suppose this is your house. On the same thing, you have to apply your chart, which has like this 12 houses: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is southeast. So southeastern side is here, southwest is here, this is northwest. So this is east. Lagna, first house is always eastern direction. Okay. So, anybody has headaches, migraines? Yeah. So you check your eastern direction. There will be load and unwanted things there. Lighten it. Your headache will go away. This is the zone. This zone. So there will be, lot of, you feel as if you are burdened with lot of responsibility. Sometimes, that happens. That means your east is loaded. You have to check. So these directions guide you. Just connect the direction with the person. Let me finish that person's thing. This is east is self. Problem in the east bothers the self. Southeast is sons. Central part of south is father, elderly, father figure. Whoever is the father figure. Suppose you are the father figure, you have children, yourself. And also your work life, career. If there is a large, you said south balcony, so work life will be miserable. You can check.
Ups and downs.
Lots of ups and downs, and you're not happy there, basically. That is how it is. So south is career and father figure, and southwest is again head of the family. It can be a lady, it can be a man, doesn't matter. So southwest is master of the household, and it is also about the stability. Suppose the southwest is very light, lot of bay windows and the balconies and extensions and open terrace and all that, and added to that there's a borewell, depression, earth element should be heavy zone. There you have stuck a borewell. That means so much of earth has been removed from earth, then it takes away stability. People become suicidal also. I'm just giving you the darker side of Vastu. So that is possible. You have to eliminate it. You have to remove it. That's it. So southwest,
So how
mask.
do you correct the southwest border?
You have no correction for earth related problems. You have to pack it. You have to pack it. Add. You have to completely eliminate it.
But then you don't get water then.
That no, you are not supposed to get water from there. Make other arrangements. Definitely not from southwest. If you are living in that house, if you are living in that house, otherwise
Somebody is going to be living in the house, right? Maybe not you, but somebody else will.
definitely
So
they
is the
won't be
energy the
living.
same?
Whenever southwest, you see, you walk, go for a walk in the morning. Wherever southwest main gate is there, you just check if they, in the locality, that if head of the family will not be living there. Either he will not be living in that house, or he will not be living. That is also possible. That is possible.
There shouldn't be any overhead plants also in southwest.
It can. It's a load, no.
It's okay. So water is okay, but
It is not water. Water, please, another important thing. Water by itself stored in a tank above the earth is not water element. Is not water element. It is load. Just load. Okay, that is why we see that master southwest corner everywhere in South India. You see the water tank because it has to be loaded earth element, na? Like that. So let me finish this circle.
then it's okay. So I too had the same question. That's why.
Yeah. Now let me finish this circle. Southwest is master of the family. West, most important, everybody should know is about the West, which is married couple, the couples, the partners, whether married or even living, no problem. Partners, all kinds of partners, business partners also. If the West is fully open and you are running a partnership business, be careful about the activities of the partner. They may cheat you. They may cheat you. Central West. Then
So west
So
should
should it
be
be
open.
closed or should it be
you can have, but you cannot have large openings.
But our entrance only is west, so that's the reason.
Lot of you will go back with some worries. Don't worry.
No, not worry. Because, no. I have another question before we find that. So you were just talking about Ida and Pingala openings in the house. So how will we know which is Ida and Pingala in the house they're living? Because any direction you turn, that
Check
changes.
compass. Download a compass. Stand in the center. Forget the perimeter. Just look at the compass. Identify the direction.
The right.
You would be advised not to try it yourself. You need an expert. Really.
But how do you know we can't? So how do you fix it in
You need to close or you need to
Not to
Close.
mention
Heaviness.
houses, it's
Negative.
difficult. Even the houses.
Prana goes out. Negative. Okay.
All right, let's just get back. Yeah, sorry, let's just get back to.
I want to be in control.
No, you totally have
May I have your attention, please? Okay, let me finish this. That's why we shouldn't sit and talk. Doesn't give you posture. You know?
Actually, that's what I noticed even when I sat. I felt like it took away the
Yeah,
energy.
yeah, exactly. Because that's how it works. So energies. Northwest, unmarried daughters in the family. Whenever a daughter is not married, or whenever there's a problem finding a suitable, boy, or she's unwilling to marry, check that northwestern direction. Northwestern direction should not have a kitchen. That is what, these architects, present-day architects say, northwest is the second best direction for kitchen. No, it is wrong, totally wrong. The daughters in the family will suffer. I've seen too many such cases. So northwest kitchen is not good. Then the center of the north is about finances. Very important direction. Lakshmi ki jagah hai wo, center of the northern direction, especially for business establishment. And here at Koj, we have a beautiful skylight. That supports her. She will do well. Whenever I come, north is also the direction of Ichha Purti. Whatever you plan, the intentions are for them to manifest. North has to be having lot of openings and light should be coming in. Otherwise, people living in houses, flats with a common wall in the northern direction, there you see that, women are sad. sad and depressed, because center of the north corresponds to women. Ida Nadi zone, no, all the problems in the Ida zone bother women more. Did you notice it started from daughters, and then the mother, then the elderly grandma? All this is women, this is men, southern side. So that is how it works. So center of the north, any problem, finances will be affected. And also your the lady of the house, especially at mind level, mainly because it is moon, right? Moon is your emotions.
So what should be right there? Like
Openness.
But openness is not possible.
Living room should be there.
But if it's not possible, then we have a
Remedial work.
Yeah, she has it.
We are there. That is why I said there is nothing that you cannot remedy, except there is one thing that everybody should know. If a house is in the form of a C, with this is south. Similarly, if it is west, in such things, that is the only time. That too, you have lot of openings here. What has happened? Yama has become available. Because here you have no load at all. There is no building at all. So Yama energy is coming and attacking untimely events. That is what. Recently, I'd been to a house where, all the people were on photos and only one. That is how it was. How bad it was. That is so, so sad actually. I'm sorry, I'm so crude, but that is how we get to see families. Very sad. This is the only. So this is the only time we say that too. If there are large openings, if there are no large openings, then also we can salvage. You can do some remedial work. Yeah, here there should not be windows. Here, and this place should not be an open balcony. No, this is open balcony. That should not be there. So, you have two arms, outstretched arms with emptiness. Yours is not. Yours is a balcony, plain balcony. Yours is not. There is nothing here, no building there. Okay, the house is like two arms are there, and Yama energy comes in. Because I'll tell you why. I love to say the reasons also. I'll tell you. Here it is, suppose it is 30 feet. Okay, the length. You receive Ida energy from here to here, 30 feet. Here what is happening? The perimeter is like this. This will be certainly more than 30 or 35 or 40. So you have increased the area that is exposed to sun's energy. Pingala Nadi zone is increased. That is why you should not create a house like this. Modern architecture does that. They're not. They don't pay attention to that. Yes, Mansiji.
Just one question, very basic. Why is the sun's energy not considered good? Or why should you not expose the house to sun?
Why do you wear a sunscreen? Cells age. Same thing happens. This is Jaivic axis. I told you, sun comes here. Sun's UV radiations are more between 9 and till he sets. So that energy is not good. It's only physics. Basically, Vastu Shastra is an extension of physics. That's it. Now I'll take questions. One by one. Sorry. Somebody is at least, noting down. Northeast is connected to elderly people. Elderly people in the family, grandma, granny. Even if they're not living there, your house Vastu can affect. I'll tell you one case study.
Live in Northeast, or what are we doing?
Suppose you're in a house with Northeastern Vastu dosh, your elderly parents or grandparents, even if they are in Meerut or wherever, it indicates that they're not doing well. I'll tell you. See, I told you, Ida Nadi zone should be light. So suppose there is no window, that is a Vastu dosh.
Northeast?
No light coming from there. That is a Vastu dosh. There's a toilet there, there's a room there, and the toilet there. Please understand this toilet concept. What is a toilet? In a small area, there are 3-4 walls. 4 walls. Have you seen any construction happening in around your house? Just for building, one window sized wall, they will use truckloads of things. So much of loading happens. So in a where you have given your toilet, so much of load is there. That means it's the complete void. No energy comes there. So toilet is an energy block. It's an energy block. So can you have it in northeast, which is a combination of beautiful north and east? Both are Ida zones. So you can't have a toilet. So closure. So what are Vastu dosh? That is a topic for the next session. No, what constitute a Vastu dosh? Loading, presence of load, absence of light. Who asked the question? No, you asked.
Yeah.
Presence of load in the positive energy zone and absence of openness. Akasha, Prakasha, Urja. These are the code words. For Ida Nadi zone, you should have Akash, that is space. Prakash, light, and Urja, energy should be there. It shouldn't be blocked. And the opposite is Gurutva, Jadatva, Prithvi Tattva. There should be heaviness, there should be inertness also. No, energy should not be flowing. And Prithvi Tattva, the expression of earth, load, all load. So these are the things you should remember.
Sorry, can you please repeat it?
I love to. For positive zones, Akasha, Prakasha, Urja. The opposite, negative directions, Gurutva, Jadatva, Prithvi Tattva.
We'll also share the YouTube link in case someone
Ma'am, revisit. Now, this south is open. We have a northeast entrance, right? But
South is open, northeast entrance.
And the north is, again, we have a flag next to it, so it's closed.
We closed.
Flag, because there's a flag next to it, right? It's a common wall. It has a common wall. And east is also closed because you have another flag, right? So, but only the plus point about this flag is the northeast, because my husband's health is like, he's a kidney patient, right?
Okay.
So he has a lot of ups and downs. He keeps going.
Southeast has no kitchen.
Southeast has a kitchen.
Has a kitchen.
Yeah.
That is the one which is
and
keeping.
the bedroom, the master bedroom is in the southwest.
Southwest. Okay.
Yes. West is my son's room, where he studies.
Center of the south is open.
Center of the south.
Balcony. You said balcony.
Yeah, my one room is.
And what did I say? Who is connected to center of the south? Father figure.
Father figure. My husband.
That is why he is unwell.
But we changed house. This is third time we changed the house because of Vastu guy. Like you said, they keep coming. They keep telling you move to the northeast house.
Please, this brings me to this other point. In apartments, the position of the main door is not important. Because where is it? It's in a closed space, in a corridor. It's not opening to nature. So you should never pay attention to which direction is the main zone. This is the problem, actually. This is the problem.
So now, ma'am, what to do?
Remedial work or shifting again, but for the good. Yeah, but the right one. Understand, analyze.
The second time is in the ICU, and this is a very regular thing.
We have to analyze. No. This should be the last. Wherever I go, I tell them, you will never need a Vastu consultant again. And I don't want you to call me also again. Like that. We have to give real solutions.
Yeah.
Real solutions that
So,
work.
for the south side, you should never have openings, even windows.
You can have a window, but not in the exact center Yama zone, 180 degree. Now, if I give you too much of information, you will be, not confusing. You will be worried unnecessarily. All the south windows look as, oh, this is south, this is the. You will worry. No, it's only at 180 degree.
One question. So in flats, most of us have been living in flats, and that's where the concern coming from. We don't have a choice, right?
Yeah.
But when we enter two houses on different floors, but with the same layout that the builder is given, the energy of the two flats is different. Is it because of the way it's covered or open? For example, a balcony is available to both flats, but it's covered, or there is some way.
What makes you say they are different?
The energy.
You feel
the
different.
Just the presence.
It's the people. It's the people who, add that
So
energy.
what else impacts or changes apart from the basic structure?
Nothing changes. Actually, it should not. Even the first floor and the last, except the last, never go for penthouses. Huh? Never go for penthouses also. I'll tell you why. People, that is the fancy thing, right? To own a penthouse. That is where malignancies happen. Penthouse. What happens in a penthouse? Let us learn. This is an platform for us to discuss. You may invest in penthouses. Please don't, because what is happening there? What is it that we are trying to avoid? Pingala Nadi Pravah, right? So in penthouse, what is happening?
Sun is right
Full time. Yeah, no amount of insulation will help. No amount of your activity to cover it up with white paint, and if you have doubles that sandwich, the only thing that helps is erecting 4 poles all around and then giving another layer of roof. That helps. That's the only thing that can help. Okay, so penthouses, a big no. Yeah, now when one person asks the question, all others will listen. Rules.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't hear it. It's just for the recording. So, yeah.
Okay. So, what if we have a window on the south, 180 degrees? Can we use thick curtains there?
Okay.
Or do we put an almirah?
Okay. Okay. Nice question. I love, connecting with people for this reason. You have a 180-degree window and you put a curtain, thick curtain. What does a curtain stop?
Light.
Visible light. Other vibrations are coming, planetary vibrations are coming. There are so many other types of energies which we even don't know, that are coming. All of those would have already come inside. And curtain is never a Vastu element. Curtain is never a Vastu element. If you want to help yourself, you can apply a yellow sun control film immediately. That helps. You know what happens when you have a yellow sun control film? The visible light, which has all the 7 colors in it, it absorbs all the others and gives out only the yellow color. So earth element. It strengthens earth element. Okay, so that. But ideally, that is not what I suggest. You should brick it up if possible, or you should completely use some, these days, this cladding material, some cladding work. You get, it's called concrete cladding only, like wooden cladding. You just apply that stone veneers. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Stone veneers are available, and that can be put as a barrier, and it should be completely sealed also, provided there is other windows available for ventilation. Yeah, when there are no other windows and Yama is open, it's a very, you should not have any men in the house. No, you are asking for something which is not going to help. So it's like, yeah, that's good. But heaviness, you have to create, remedial measure. You keep a cabinet with heavy things inside, but also bury some lead metal, 1 brick lead metal in that zone in the floor. 1 brick. 1 brick is 25 kilos. We can't move.
So can it be
not keeping above,
or just the lead? Can we put just the lead over there?
You have no keeping above the surface will help. You can sit otherwise, no. I mean, Lord, we are also Lord. We have to make it a part of the Vastu Purusha Mandala. I have a very my sense of humor is horrible. So.
If you're living,
sorry, is this going to be a remedial session also? It's questions asking about remedies. It won't help. We will help you separately, because the others will not be interested in your problem. So let us cover the questions. Yes, Nancy.
One question.
Yes.
uh, in a plot.
1 minute, sir. A beautiful question is being asked.
So the question is, the house is obviously on a plot, and the plot has a southeast extension.
Okay. Plot has an extension.
Yeah. Why? Because my grandmother wanted to increase the garden space,
Uh-huh.
and her brother,
We all have good reasons.
yeah, and the brother did not give it in full alignment.
Yeah.
He gave a cut section.
Yeah.
So, so in fact, what happened was the plot has a
Shape problem.
shape problem because the north technically is cut, and it has a southeast extension.
Correct.
So would that have an implication?
Yeah, definitely.
It would.
Basically, Vastu Shastra says that the house has to have 4 90-degree corners. Because anything rectangular or square represents earth element. Tantric symbol of earth element is a square. And tantric symbol of water element is half moon. Like that there are symbols. So anything that has a square shape. So in your case.
So my question is,
yeah.
If you just had a house in the hills somewhere, open space, you don't define, or you have it on a farm, for example. The farm is very, very large.
Correct.
What is the implication?
Very bad. In fact, if you have a farmhouse, this whole thing is a farmhouse. This whole board is a farmhouse, and there you have built a house. Where should you build is also a Vastu rule is there. Well, this is northeast. This is your southwestern side. Southwest is a combination of 2 negative directions, south and west. So it's most negative. So it makes sense to load that zone by building a house closest to southwest. That is the Vastu rule. Suppose you have built a house here. Not knowing Vastu, you have built a house here, and the whole of the farm is empty. Like, it's like a lawn, or you grow something, no trees or something. Then definitely it bothers you. Any house, if you build in the northeast segment, behaves like a haunted house.
But if you don't have a rectangular farm, what if your farm is just
large?
It's just
it's easy, very easy. You have here. Just put a compound here.
You define that space.
Defining your territory, and you creating that Vastu Purusha Mandala is what protects.
Understood. Understood. So you need to redefine that space.
You have to redefine, incur some expenses, but it will protect you.
Understood.
Any questions?
Sudhaji, question which I think everybody wants to know. I'm sorry for asking this in a public forum. Could you share something about your charges for a house visit?
Could you share something about?
Your charges for a house visit.
I'll share in the end. It depends on the size of the house and the nature of your remedial work.
Ma'am, online also? You do?
And even for building new houses also.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best, right? When you have a clean slate, and
definitely, always first, people become my students. I do teach, so people become my students. Once by the time they learn about the remedial Vastu, they say, I am going to buy a plot. Then they will buy a plot, and then they will design a new home and build a house. All my students are now owning beautiful Vastu homes. No, it's good, happy people. No, it's like a community of happy people. Yes, any more
I
questions?
think really also the interplay between an Oriental philosophy like Feng Shui, which is, as you said, Kachua or Chuha or Pani or Jovi, vis-a-vis Vastu. How does that interplay? Does there any interplay? Are there similar principles? Should one follow one only?
I didn't hear the first part very well.
Feng Shui. How does Feng Shui work with Vastu?
Okay.
Do they work? Are the principles similar?
Whatever we know as Feng Shui now,
Yeah.
correctly, in the Indian scene, is not Feng Shui at all. It's not. Feng Shui is all about, it's so beautiful actually, wind and water. So, Feng is wind and water. So, here the wind is symbolic of all the energy, and water is the flow part of it. So when wind, the energy that has come into your home moves like water, without impedance. That is what it means. Streaming of energy is completely there. That is when it's feng shui. That's good. But what we are now seeing, only the symbolism part of it. Keep a bamboo, keep this, keep that. That is not what is feng shui at all. Feng shui, every year you are supposed to sit with the master, and that year they calculate which direction has better energy and you have to orient to that side. And this is only specific to the land of wherever, China, where it started, because there the Siberian winds coming from the north are very cruel. So there you are not supposed to open the north. Whereas in India we can open, we say keep it open. So land also matters. So we should not blindly follow something just because it's easy. There, they say buy a bamboo tree, keep it in the southeast, your money will grow. It's so easy, let me do. Burying a hole, making a hole, putting the copper or shifting the kitchen is so difficult. So let me just keep a bamboo tree. That is the mindset. We have to come out of that. What you are thinking is feng shui is not feng shui. Yes.
Last. So the Ida Pingala, energies that you talked about, you spoke about that, and you also spoke about the Kala and the Dik.
Kala.
So particularly to the point where you said that burying metal like silver as an alternate, right, as a remedial vastu, right? But from Kala and Dik perspective, Kala is the one who is opposing the Dik law, and in the northern direction, it is Mercury who is the Dik, and Kala is Moon. Right, putting, burying a moon there, doesn't it actually block Mercury?
Block what?
Mercury, which is money, right?
Mercury. Mind.
Not mind, money.
Money. Sorry, I heard it as Mercury. Okay. Why will it? No. When you put something that has water element, in the water element zone, I have strengthened the water's energy, so it increases the flow of income. What comes from the center of
So
the
it is
north
only
is
looked
money.
at from the Ida perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, identification of the directions is using the Ida and Pingala of Yoga Shastra.
Okay.
But the work that we do is different. The Vastu principles are different. To understand what is happening see, how many people of us are quantum dynamic experts? None of us, isn't it? So the energy flow, it's a very complicated subject. How the energy flows in a space, it's not easy to understand, isn't it? So there we need some support, some guidelines. So these are used from different sciences, Yoga Shastra. So once you understand that the elements are zone specific, you have to do specific something catches fire.
So any pastel
Ah.
colors will be okay. Any pastel shades like
Yeah.
light
Hey,
shades.
not any. Blue is not allowed in that direction. But fire element is representing, red represents fire element. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
What are the different metals to be used in the 9 places?
Oh, this will become a class. Okay. All of you want it? I can. Okay. Fire element
Yes.
is represented by,
Copper.
first I'll tell only the metals, then the gems. Okay. So, yeah, copper. Copper. Yeah. Then for the southern side, lead inside, outside it is iron. That is because of the planetary connection. I won't bring that up. Do you want that also? No. So those are the metals. And southwest, because it is earth element, same lead, only lead, both inside and outside. Western side, we use again lead and brass. Brass is the petal, petal. Then in the northwest, only petal, no lead. Then the north and the northeast, we use silver. And in the central part of the house, pure 24 karat gold. A very tiny bit. Don't insist on coins. Okay. Now, in terms of gems, it's really confusing because 2 different sets are there. 8 into 2, 16 sets are there. East is yeah, next.
Any other questions?
Is it time to wind up or something?
Yeah.
We can go on, but we have to listen to the
No,
host.
see, in our houses, according to whatever traditions they follow, the main door, that's called a vaskal or something.
Vaskal.
Yes. So there they put all metals.
Navaratna, Panchadhatu, they are symbolic. It's a symbolism of abundance, at the time of placing that frame, tiny amount,
Yes.
so that it doesn't disturb the element of the door. Tiny, representative of these 9 gems
Yes.
and 9 metals, 5, at least 5 metals, they are put below the vaskal.
Yeah.
That too, there's a specific space where you are supposed to put. Suppose that is the door, and I'm coming from outside. Left side. Left side, the frame, below the frame, you are
Yes.
supposed to put.
So that's enough, no, to balance everything.
No.
It's tiny, very tiny.
You said all the 9
This
sides.
this corner. I am standing outside, looking at the door. This is the corner.
Yes.
But
Lot of people do it here in the center. Yeah.
Any other sort of pressing questions? No. I'm sure. I know we I know we're at time, but I'm sure each one of you have like other questions. So do I. But we're going to be respectful with Sudhaji's time. I do want to find out, how do we reach out to you if we want to consult, take this further, know more.
Yes. Please share my number with everybody and they can directly communicate with me. Or if you want it to be an educative session like this,
Yeah.
then
I'm sure others have more personal one-on-one questions. I'm sure we'll do a take 2 of this. But but just if others want to be able to consult with you directly.
I will share my number 988.
Yeah, please.
988
One second.
011 5056.
Please give your time.
Don't you have a website
Yeah.
also?
Prefer them calling at what time? Yeah, no, and also please be respectful of the time. I mean, I
Please
her
repeat your
number.
number so we will check the
988 011 5056. 5, 6. Listen, see,
Mm-hmm.
up to 10:45 in the morning, I'll be listening.
Okay, correct.
Yeah, I think it would probably be best just to maybe text you and then
Always, I
yeah,
prefer that.
and then to be able to.
That's my WhatsApp number. You text and check with me because I'm also into teaching. Between 8 and 10 in the night, I'm teaching. Because working professionals prefer that time.
Yeah.
So my life is erratic. Okay. When I come out, I tell my family, okay, bye. But I never tell them when I'm returning. Like today, I may say something and do something else. So
Ma'am, you have online also, or is
teaching is online.
no? And the
Remedies.
Also, remedies is possible if you
Possible.
give me the correct input.
put
Yeah.
the flag, the map,
Flags and the directions are
direction
most
also.
important.
Perfect.
Yeah. All my overseas
Overseas, yeah,
presentations
that's what
are
I'm
happening
saying.
that way. I built a beautiful yoga hall in Suriname where Art of Living shifted later. Their office started
Yeah.
functioning, Dhyan Mandir and all that, which I designed from here without going.
Perfect. Cool.
Yeah, so it's possible.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just lost my train of thought. I was going to ask for something else, but anyways, I'm sure it'll come back. But again, we obviously want to thank you, for being here, being able to share, so much. I mean, deep respect for sort of the knowledge that you have, what you've, shared with us today. And my curiosity now is like 10x because I want to ask even more. So I'm sure I'll be in touch. But thank you all for coming and sharing this with us, and hopefully you've all taken back more than what you came back here with, and we'll have many more questions and we'll follow up with her. And just another thing that I wanted to add, obviously Sudha as a community, we're here to help other women and individuals sort of grow. So I would appreciate if you can share this with others. We're actually on Facebook as well as Instagram. You can find us at Flow with Sira. Our handle is at Flow with Sira. So please, reach out to us, and I would also encourage you to please tag us if you've taken any pictures today. Please share that and tag us, and we'd love to sort of learn also how you guys have taken on this and implemented maybe some of this into your own lives and how things have changed, because those are success stories that truly will make not just Deepa and I feel like this setting was productive to each one of you, but I'm sure it will also help Sudha ji to take back that sense of satisfaction that and she's going to stack up more of her stories with the successes. So really appreciate. But thank you. Deepa, do you want to
add just two things? One is thank you Sudhaji, and thank you Mansi for organizing this and hosting it here.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving
One
me
more thing
an
I'll add
opportunity.
is that Sudhaji, the whole session has been recorded. I think Deepa will be, and Sudhaji will also be sharing it on her YouTube channel. So anyone who's wanting to sort of get a recording of it or share it with other people, we'll be sharing the details of the recording.
That's great.
Thank you.
I think many of us would have missed some things and noting down, etc.
Absolutely.
So yes, and look forward to seeing many of you at the store again, and hopefully to more sessions with Sila.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
you have a YouTube channel also?
Yes, I will share all those things, and please note down my WhatsApp. I have a WhatsApp group. It's like a close-knit family. Every Saturday it opens up for chat. You can ask any number of questions. I answer patiently. So it's Vastu Sudha. Just Vastu Sudha, single word. That is my WhatsApp group. I have some 250 to 260 people in that. So Saturday, that I don't discuss the remedies there. I don't discuss. I would love to do the one-to-one consultations that way. But there, the conceptual misunderstandings, people, you go to all nonsensical, people, and you get some advices which we should not be doing at all. Like that mirror on the staircase. No, it's not going to help. And you will be so hoping, right? I mean, something nice will happen and nothing will happen. 2 divorces in that house. That guy, second time divorcee. And then I'm the fourth Vastu. It's so painful, people's life is so important, and there's only one life. Let us make the most of it, share this knowledge, connect people, and that's the only way. We should flow.
Where do you live?
Sorry?
Where is your house and where do you live? And is your house Vastu compliant?
100%. Because I am my first client, in terms of building. In fact, 2008 is when I learnt my basic course in Art of Living's Where Began Mahapeeth. That is because I wanted to build a house. At that time I learnt, and then I built my house. So as per Vastu, it's perfect. Only one error was there, which was later removed. Small error. There was a pipe going in the wrong place. I rectified later. So it is like an example for my
So
students.
where is this house?
That only,
No, where is your house is what I'm asking.
It's not for exhibition.
You invite me, you said.
I did design one for
Oh, you designed one.
if you want.
Yes.
So please, Vastu Sudha is my wall. How do I share the link?
Please share it.
Yeah.
I will share it with the rest of it.
So that we can be connected.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Whiteboard. Just write it on the whiteboard and everybody can.
Oh yeah, you have made use of it. Thank you. Who brought it? It's a perfect thing. It's very useful.
Yes.
Can you also add flow with
What's
Sudha?
the
with-
number?
4988
This way, huh? She's very meticulous this way.
011
You want to depend
5056.
on that. Again.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the WhatsApp, right?
That's my WhatsApp number. Group name.
This is your personal.
That's WhatsApp number.
Send the link.
There are YouTubes and all that.
Can you
there
add
is not
flow with Sudha as well?
Yeah, so that will. That's why you'll have to probably help us with the link on the WhatsApp.
Yeah, people
Flow with Sudha.
Invite different knowledge.
In Sudha, I wanted to mention this. What is the
You
name
will
of
share
Sudha?
with us.
I will share it. I will share it with everyone.
Yeah, please. I love that. So she's actually going to say something about Sudha.
See, this is your house. This is your house. And we cut it into totally 9 of them. And then 9. Each one of these line represents energy flow, and that is Sira. The name we use is Sira.
Actually, it's so funny. We knew it was energy, and
I knew
it's
it was
flow.
flow.
Flow,
Energy.
correct.
Nadi,
Correct.
same
Yes.
thing as that.
That's the reason.
So actually, that's the reason why it's flow with Sudha.
Yeah, did you see without knowing?
No, we knew, but we knew of the Nadi.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting how it connects
To even Vastu.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sudha ji. Thank you so
No,
much,
it's so
everyone.
lovely, so lovely.